Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Lee Bees, and I'm here with Work with the Mic.
What is going on? What is going on this snowy ass day?
Are you playing football with the Mutant League?
I remember the video games.
I've never touched it. I've only seen it, and then I've heard that it has a niche following because I think they have miniatures.
Yeah, they had like little the muscle men kind of figures.
Mm-hmm.
They had
So
those, yeah.
that I always know existed, but as far as playing it, no.
It was okay. I did like the hockey one more than the football. They had Mutant League football. They had Mutant League hockey. I think it was Sega Genesis.
Mm. No, there's like three sports.
Mutant League hockey. I know football for sure,
Yeah, football's the number one.
and they actually have a new one that's actually on
I
PS4.
thought there was a basketball.
No, they didn't do basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hockey and football. Hockey and football.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Like I said, I really don't know anything about it. I just know there's mutants and they play football.
Yeah, and they
And in
brought
this
it back
show, the
recently.
main guy is named Bones,
Yes.
and he is a child who was in the stadium when the toxic explosion happened
Yeah.
that turned his father and his father's football team into mutants, and then also through the power of radiation being very strong, he himself was also melted into a bone man at a very young age, and it looks hilarious. It's terrible. As a kid, you would probably be like, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
He's just in the stands looking at his father turn into a bone man. And then, I'm not exaggerating because it's literally just a mutant. Their their way of having him mutate, I guess, because that's what they would like the main characters to look like
Yeah.
is the humanoids because they don't look like the monster men with the
Yeah.
big heads.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole bunch of things that there's in here. I see lizard men,
Yes.
and then the main guy looks like a dinosaur kind of.
Mhm.
So there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Did it have since you had some hands on with the game? Did it have like even a little cutscene about what was going on?
No, the games had nothing to do with the TV show. I think they
No,
made
no.
it, yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you out. I don't mean the TV show specifically. I just mean, did they tell you anything?
Um, I think the game itself. Let me get the original one up, and I'll tell you.
'Cause I was just thinking, it's a Sega game from the '90s. It's a sports game. It's probably just got two dudes running into each other on the cover, and that's it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it just has a dude versus mutants and stuff like that. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to remember if there was a story. No, it was just a football game with no rules,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
was a hockey game with no rules. That's pretty much what it was.
All right.
And you
Okay.
could like gut people, and their heads would like pop off or some shit.
Which happens in the cartoon.
Yeah,
Which, like, what is this rated? This is for kids?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Mutant League TV series 1994. It was rated TV Y7.
All right.
So
I
same
guess that's
same as Power Rangers.
there was no head popping on Power Rangers. What's going
They
on?
couldn't do that in Power Rangers.
They did on Mutant League.
Yeah, it was animated. That's why.
Uh,
Um, the show
tell that to Cool World.
Cool World. That was a movie though. That was like
Uh,
PG-13, or was it rated R? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Mm-mm.
So yeah, it started on July 2nd, 1994. It ran for one season.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just to advertise the game. I don't think it was
Oh, 2 seasons actually.
because I think it might have been as popular as the games, which is, hey, if you saw it, you might have been like, that's kind of cool, and then forgot about it.
I think I think what happened with this one, this goes into that Sunday morning cartoon vibe, and then it used to show weekdays, but it was like a really early one.
Okay, all right.
So this one I categorize in that Sunday morning cartoon, like the obscure comic the cartoons that again, if you didn't have to go to church or anything, those are the cartoons you saw on TV, and they ran to like about 10 o'clock in the morning. That's where I remember first seeing this show. I remember watching it a
Well,
couple episodes.
then that means that because I don't think that's fair. Because do you think this was pre like all the cartoon blocks? Because if you just say Sunday cartoon, I would think Hulk was a Sunday cartoon, but Hulk was treated like as a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but it was still a Sunday morning cartoon. Like there's a lot of them that are like that. Like Biker Mice from Mars is also a Sunday morning cartoon. It wasn't on a weekday basis, or it wasn't on one of the
But
popular
it was,
channels for like cartoons and shit.
or did that? Because okay, Hulk was a part of like the UPM block, and I forgot
Yes.
what it was. It was like 3 or 4 cartoons on Sunday, and that was it.
Yeah,
Was Biker Mice in that, or was it just like before that?
it was on Sundays on Channel 11. And they didn't even
Okay,
have a
so
name for their
yeah,
Sunday morning cartoons. They just showed them. They
yeah,
didn't have like a cartoon block or anything like that. They just showed the cartoons.
yeah, sure, yeah. That was interesting. Man, what happened?
Yeah. Because then
What
you
happened?
had the Saturday morning ones that were promoted, and pretty much it was the cartoon lineup, and they all had weird names like Fox Kids Network, and they had WB Kids and all that stuff, and they turned into Velocity at one point, and Vortex or whatever the fuck it's called. But for some reason, the Sunday morning cartoons never had that treatment of like commercialization or anything like that. But they just were there. Because I remember from a lot of the times, like a lot of the cartoons I liked and they're on this list, they were from that Sunday morning cartoon. Like King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, Double Dragon, they all were Sunday morning cartoons. They didn't air on Saturday mornings, or they didn't air on. They aired like when they became what is it called when they started like just selling the cartoon and going to different channels. Yes, you'll be able to see weekdays and stuff like that, but it was never like advertised for those Sunday morning cartoons. You just had to be there to watch it.
Who thought of that? Like that wasting so much money.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy about the amount of cartoons that I like. Again, from this list, in general, there's a lot of cartoons that are some of my favorites. Are were Sunday morning cartoons, which never like nowadays you can find the full seasons and probably the DVDs and actually fully watch it. But a lot of these cartoons, you were not watching the full season unless you caught it and recorded it every single time. You were not watching the full season. But yeah, King
Mm.
Arthur and Knights of Justice, that was also a Sunday morning
No, so
cartoon.
yeah, I think that's like the only one. I'm trying to see which one's branded anything, and the only one was UPN.
UPN, I think they try to make that
They
Sunday
had
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
and they
they had a commercial. They had commercials for it. Like they were the only, they were literally the only ones because I looked at who they had,
yeah.
and then I remember the other channels, and you like yeah, there's no advertisements for
No,
certain
they
things.
weren't.
Like
It's
Miss
interesting.
Mars was
Yeah,
very singular.
yeah.
It was never a part of anything. It was just by itself.
The funny shit is that you'll get more commercials for their toy lines than you
For
actually
toys,
get for the
yeah.
cartoons. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's an interesting time. Like especially when you were on that Sunday morning cartoon lineups and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember, and I know why it was such a highly, I would say, produced thing. It was because it was the Marvel block. That's why.
Yeah,
Because I forgot that Fantastic Four and Iron Man like ended up in that rotation.
yeah, and
Because
they were
the
the
first
repeats though.
rotation, the first, well, they had seasons because the thing is, Fantastic. I see here, Fantastic Four had 2 seasons,
Yeah.
so it lines up with the third season of the Hulk. Which, if you look at Hulk's years, it's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but it's not 4 years; it's only 3 years. So they kind of sync up, and then Iron Man syncs up at the end because Iron Man is only one season, which I
Yeah.
wow, it ends
One
up at
season, but
99,
long. Yeah. It has
but
quite
it's
a few
so
episodes.
they all share 1 year at least.
Yeah.
So they're all on TV in 1999,
Yeah. Because I
and Fantastic
remember.
Four is still like brand new, and Hulk is still brand. No, they're all still brand new. They're
Because
not in repeat yet.
the funny thing is with Fantastic Four and Iron Man, I remember them starting on Channel 11 for Marvel Action Hour, and they were back to back. And this was before Hulk came out.
So
I think
it's
Hulk
let's
did
see if it's
start.
the
I think Hulk
if
did
it's the
start on
other one.
CBS.
It might be the other one when they changed the theme song.
I think when they changed the theme song and it went to the more serious, that's when it went to channel New PN9. And I think Hulk was showing on CBS. I think when Hulk started, it was airing on CBS. So
That
it was
might,
on Saturday
you know,
morning.
the funny thing about that Hulk that you're thinking of on Channel Two, it might even be a different animation because I think I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen it coming from that channel. Do you remember? Was it the same exact animation as the 9 one, or was it different?
No, it was this one.
It was the same one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It first aired on CBS. So it debuted on
No, no, it says
CBS.
it. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a debut only,
Oh, okay.
but it says it aired for 2 seasons on 21 episodes on UPN,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
not a lot, but it
Yeah.
was only one day a week. So
Yeah. Yeah. And then it went with the Marvel Action Hour, which they changed the Fantastic Four theme, and then Iron Man, I think, was just reruns because it was not there was no new episodes of it. They had like they the first season is a mix of two, so you
there's
could
only
tell when
one.
yeah.
There's only one.
So one season, like
So they
half,
changed it.
yeah,
You just reminded me they changed the cast and the animation. Well, not animation, but they changed the art style I guess mid season.
yeah, like after the first 8, I think,
That's
and
crazy.
then they started having him with the mullet and shit to look more current, like the current
Yeah,
Iron
and they
Man.
had the Energy Shield US agent.
And they started using ForceWorks, which was that
Yes,
group,
it was
yeah,
Forceworks. Yeah. I'm like, huh?
which is Avengers West Coast other
That,
name.
that's weird because it's just like that's all one cartoon,
Yeah,
not even 2 seasons.
yeah,
Jeez.
it's crazy, it's
We're trying to
crazy.
we were trying to sell toys
Yeah,
hard.
yep, yep.
They were
And
like,
it,
we got to change these suits at ASAP.
And the sad thing, the biggest sad thing about it was Ghost Rider was originally supposed to get a cartoon and did not get one. But they have a pilot and a toy line for the shit.
Yeah. His toy line is weird too because he has a complete like a first season
He has like
like
three se- he has
Johnny
three
Blaze.
sets.
Like he's no, I'm just saying, but he has like the perfect when you look at the line and it lines up with what would have been the opening to the character.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a bunch. What I'm trying to say is it wasn't a bunch of just random ass
No, it
characters.
had some cool characters
It
too.
had it had the literal beginning of Ghost Rider characters. So it was like, damn, you saying that was like, oh, that makes perfect
And it was
sense.
Danny that was Ghost Rider. It was Johnny
Mhm.
Blaze was he was human form at the time.
Yes,
And it was Danny, I forgot his last name, but it was him. He was the Ghost Rider at the time.
and then the bad guy, I don't know who he is. I just know he's Vengeance. I
Blackout.
don't know if that person
Oh,
has a.
Vengeance, Blackout.
I don't know if that person has a human form
Yeah.
because it was just a Monster Man.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was supposed to get a cartoon because I remember the toy line, and everyone like fucking thinks I'm lying. I was like, no, there was supposed to be a fucking cartoon for Ghost Rider because I remember the toy line, I remember the commercial, and they used the cartoon they used to debut it was Hulk. I mean, he teamed up with the Hulk. We watched it on our review,
Hmm.
and that was the one that was supposed to kind of like go into his cartoon series.
But it did not go anywhere,
I think
unfortunately.
because people bitched because it was a skull head fucking driving a motorcycle on Sunday morning.
I couldn't tell you. Maybe.
On the Lord's Day.
Maybe.
Damn, we
It's,
missed out on a Ghost Rider cartoon. I thought that would have been dope. The toy line was pretty dope though. Like I have that first
yeah,
run.
if there's anything about it. There's
Yeah.
no real. Oh, Clancy Brown played Sasquatch in one season of in one episode of The Hulk.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I think
Don't
it was
remember
right
Sasquatch.
after the episode, right after the Ghost Rider run.
Uh, it says season 1, episode 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because Ghost Rider's episode 5. Yep.
I remember reading the synopsis of it.
And the guy from 21 Jump Street was Richard Grieco was Ghost Rider, which is interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Ghost Rider was supposed to have a cartoon. The toy line was pretty dope. I did have the first wave, and I had the motorcycle because I know those figures were pretty dope, man. Man, I miss old figures. I'll do like the old figures I love, but the movement you could do on these figures are like the best part of it. Like the newer ones, you could bend them anywhere and shit. But anyway, yeah, a crazy, weird cartoon take that you probably did not know. Sunday morning cartoons did not get freaking commercialized besides the Marvel Action Hour.
Mm-hmm.
And you had weird ones, too. I remember Mr. Bogus. I remember The Mask. But Mask was on Channel 2 for a while. Um, I remember Mr. Bogus was like a yellow little guy that he did a dance and shit. He looked like an old.
I just remember the song. I
Yeah.
don't remember what he looked like. Remember the Mr. Bogus?
Yes, that's what I remember most of it.
Sorry.
Mr. Bogus. I remember
No,
that.
no fun.
He was
No
like a
fun.
yellow character, like a little yellow
Like a lot of
bug.
those cartoons I equate to third a lot of actually to Mutant League. Is Mutant League to me is a bootleg game. I don't know who made it. It's off on the side. It looks a little weird and janky.
Yeah.
But then you find out it's like, oh yeah, this is put out by EA. Was it?
Oh yeah. EA put it out.
So it's like, no, it came from somewhere. Somebody published it. You just didn't know what it was. That's
Yeah.
that's how I think about Mr. Bogus and all those really really weird
Yeah.
cartoons like Pro Stars.
Pro Stars. That was Channel
Had,
4.
had like this the Larry Bird and Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson.
Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, it wasn't, yeah.
It was hockey, and then
I'm
Bo
thinking
Jackson played
Wayne
football and
Gretzky was
baseball.
Larry Bird. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Uh,
Was there a Jordan versus Bird cartoon?
there was a game.
No, that I know, but I would not be surprised if there was a cartoon.
No, there were McDonald commercials,
Okay, okay,
and then the McDonald's commercials made a game, line up becoming a game.
okay. All right.
Um, yes, Mr. Bogus. I remember him being he's a little yellow guy. And I think he was like claymation, and then went into a cartoon, something like
Okay.
that. I remember like Bump in the Night. That was another one that was like claymation. It was like underneath a couch and shit.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. I remember. I think one is called The Littles.
The Littles. I think I know what you're
There's like tiny little people. They look like mice. Like they look like Gadget family.
talking about. Okay. I think I know.
Like they would be her family, but I don't think they're mice. I think they're just tiny people that live in the walls.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. The Littles.
And one of them, like the main character, wears like a mechanic jumpsuit. Or if he's like the not the main
Oh,
character, he's like his
okay.
best friend.
I remember this. This is
Yeah, that.
a 1983 cartoon.
Oh, that's where it's from.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
an
know.
old cartoon.
But that's like I equate that to those because that's not even who made that. Is that a Hanna Barbera?
That is well, Dick Entertainment, which they did a lot of those cartoons.
Well, there you go. That's one of those.
Dick Entertainment is probably responsible to a lot of those Sunday morning cartoons.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I remember the Littles.
They
That
can't
was
all be Inspector Gadget.
no, they can't. But yeah, I sent you the picture of Bump in the Night, the character. It's like a claymation monster, and they were like underneath the couch and shit. It was weird. It looked like freaking Clay Fighter.
Oh, I remember that thing. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was Bump in the Night. You should show on Channel
He
Seven,
looks
I
like
think.
he looks like one of the monsters from the commercial breaks on
Yeah,
Channel 7,
yeah, but
which
yeah.
is probably what he is, and he probably got his own show.
So, Mutant League, are we continuing, or you want to go back to the wheel?
I mean, I don't mind.
I'll go
I
for a
thought it was
second
I thought
episode.
I thought it was kind of funny. That's the one thing I will say.
Yeah. So we will continue Mutant League for another episode. Um, you got to play the Yakuza Kiwami 3 demo. I did not touch it yet because it comes out in 2 weeks. How you like it?
No, no, no. I did not try that.
Oh, you
Not
did
yet.
try it?
Not yet. I have seen a bunch of things about it. It does look good. It does look good.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from it because it comes out in 2 weeks, so I'm like, I don't want to touch it yet. And then I'm playing Kiwami 2, so I feel like I'm gonna be Yakuza out. After I finish 3, I'll probably be a Yakuza out for a while. But I am playing Kiwami 2. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I when I first played it. I think I'm paying attention to it more, and I understand the game a lot more than I did then. So like the mechanics and stuff, I'm a lot better with, and um, defending and countering and stuff, I'm a lot better with. So I'm enjoying it a lot more now. Um, I'm like halfway through it. Uh, I'm still trying to get most of the trophies, but I don't think I would try to attempt the platinum, but I don't think I'm going to try it because 100%ing that completion list is very annoying. And once they said I had to do that, I'm like, ugh. But
Uh,
I'm enjoying it though,
okay.
and I understand
One
why
more?
we stay with the
No, no.
Japanese voices.
2 more weeks? 3 more weeks?
Yeah, it comes out second week of February.
No, I'm just saying from now. 3 more weeks? Or is
About
it
three
2 more?
weeks. About
Okay.
3 weeks. More likely, if Video Games in Europe gets it early, I will probably grab it early. So more likely, it will probably be next week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think it comes out the 10th or 11th. So
Okay.
there you
All
go.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
almost 2 weeks, almost two and a half weeks.
Wow. Somebody just put out a Vigo the Carpathian action figure. I couldn't. That he scares me, man.
What is it?
Vigo the Carpathian, the main ghost from Ghostbusters 2,
Oh,
18.
oh, cool.
Yeah, that was a scary dude. All I know is that all that ooze in the subway was just like that was too much for me, man.
Shout out to Chelsea Green and her gear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this is
it was
true.
Ghostbusters
This is
too.
true.
Yeah.
This is true.
What else?
Uh, so there's that. There was a oh man, actually I can't remember. There's just too many that show up and go away. Too many figures that come that are brand new too.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find one of the emails because they want you to pre-order everything. Oh, I meant to ask because we didn't talk about it on the Babel. Do you think there will be one more Ultimate AJ?
I think we're gonna get. I would like to see that. Actually, the one that he wore yesterday, I wouldn't mind. I know he has the Japanese one with the mask.
As in a brand new one, or is that something that was
I think it came
out
out
already?
already.
Okay.
I think that was one of his first ultimates. It's the black and blue gear with the mask.
No. The only thing new is Abomination.
Nice.
Yes, I see.
Nice.
No, it is the Okay, I did see this, and I saw people like. I think you sent me one of the pictures of this thing. The I can't. I don't. This is a dream figure too. It is Marvel Comics Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Symbiote Suit Spider-Man, purple version.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you sent me that one. That's the buff looking symbiote Spider-Man that had like the Venom face.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Like,
I
you can take
didn't
it
see that.
off. This is a different one. Like it's the same type, but it's no, it wasn't a Venom face. It was a symbiote acting out. That's what it
Oh,
was.
okay.
This is this is one of those really detailed figures that has like the stands,
Ah,
and
okay.
it is 123.99.
Damn.
But it's up for pre-order. It is not out yet. This is quite possibly the best symbiote Spider-Man I've ever seen. Now,
Trying to find it.
and there's a lot. Like why has he got veins on top of veins, and then he's got the symbiote like lines in him, which just looks disgusting. It is dope.
Nice.
Let's see. I'll try to send you the
Abomination.
page. All right, but that's enough of that. We should do the movie.
Yes. Fantastic Four. Uh,
What is it from? Okay. Fantastic Four. Let's see now. This is the weird thing about it. It is not Fantastic Four one. No, it is Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four First Steps is the name of the movie.
yes.
So I'm interested in your take on that because this is the first Fantastic Four movie in we know a very long time.
Yes.
But they're not starting with an origin story,
I was happy with
and
that.
you start with the birth of Franklin Richards,
Yes.
and the, is it a play on the baby's first steps? He doesn't really walk in the movie,
No.
but I feel like that's what it is. But they do go through a bunch of the beginning timeline of the Fantastic Four, which is
Yeah.
interesting to see. But anyway, we have Fantastic Four First Steps 2025 PG-13, 1 hour 55, directed by Matt Jackman.
Yep.
Do you know Matt Jackman?
He directed WandaVision.
Okay, so I know that was what most people that saw that thought it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was a fun series. He did WandaVision. There was something else he did with Marvel. Yeah, he did WandaVision. He directed a couple Game of Thrones episodes. He did this show called The Great. But the one I know, and he does Monarch: The Legacy of Monsters, which is that Godzilla show on Apple TV.
Okay, okay.
He directed also episodes of The Boys. So
A lot of TV episodes I see, just one here, one there,
yep,
stuff I have not seen. Okay. Writers Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, and then we have stars. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. Eben Moss Bar
Bar-
Backrach.
Barach, yeah.
Backrach. As Ben Grimm slash the Thing. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm slash Torch. Uh, Ralph Ineson as Galactus.
Yes.
Julia Garner as Shalabah Silver Surfer. Natasha Leon as Rachel Rosman. Paul Walter Hauser as Harvey Elder slash Mole Man.
Yep.
Sarah Niles as Lynn Nichols, Fantastic Four Chief of Staff. Mark Gatiss as Ted Gilbert. Ada Scott as Franklin Richards, Matthew Wood as Herbie's voice.
Yep, yep.
Uh, that's about it for anybody that has any type of real name. Uh, Here we go. Max Lester as Yancey Street Kid.
There you go.
Oh, here's one. Hector Kingsley Bakcharji as Moloid Child. There you go, kid. You got your credits.
Interesting.
So that's one thing that. Oh, and Robert Downey Jr. But here's what it says: Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, uncredited.
Yes, because they didn't want people.
But they put it here, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Um. Okay, nobody else. They didn't put anybody else Russian. So let's read the synopsis for this movie. Let's see what they say. Forced to balance the roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, Fantastic Four must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic Herald the Silver Surfer, which I think that's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
But they describe him as a god. He said he was a man that was in space.
He's
Let's see. Anyway, so you saw this one in the theaters, right?
I did see this in theaters, yes.
Okay. Did you see it with the first day?
Nah, I saw maybe a week later.
Okay, okay. Gotcha.
I did like
This
it.
is my first time seeing
I enjoyed it. I loved the
it. Mhm.
visuals of it. I think that was like one of the highlights for me were the visuals and how it reminded me of Batman animated series that is like is takes a modern time but it has an old fashioned look, and I love the way they did everything with this one.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I like the fantastic four-eyes version of Manhattan that they had,
Yeah.
but it just left me with questions like, is it the same universe, or did this have to happen so that everything else would get destroyed and then New York would look like normal?
This is a different universe.
Okay, because it just makes sense. And then I
Yeah.
see the year they put in the beginning was supposed to give you some type of indication. No, that's not the same time.
Yeah.
That much I do know. Um, the other thing is the well, not really just the visuals. I think that was good. I think the decision to go ahead with what most people know as a Fantastic Four and just go into an adventure with Galactus was probably needed,
Yeah.
just because the last times he was a cloud, and then the other times you did the origin, and it was just like it was so.
Yeah.
So I think I don't mean the origin itself was so. I just mean the movies themselves was just so. So I think the it's kind of like Superman, whereas I wouldn't say the last movie completely left a bad taste in people's mouth, but it was like okay, the last movie it didn't exactly set the world on fire.
Yeah.
So I don't think we want to just go the slowest possible route. So let's try something exciting. And I think that worked.
Yeah.
And Galactus is exciting, and they actually did the man.
And I liked
Gi-
the way it looked too.
I mean, how hard is it? That's all I'm saying. For the years and years, they hated putting people in comic book accurate costumes, and they hated having the goofy looking, I guess, enemies and stuff, right? They always try to give you the beast enemy or the man. Oh, look, it's just a man who's kind of like the other guy, but he looks kind of evil. And that's like I don't want to say the cheap way to do it because they would spend all types of money to make things that just didn't look like the stuff in the book
Yeah.
on purpose, which I don't know. Was it? Do you know? Was it ever brought out on if things like X Men and all these Spider Man things? Was it originally? I know to keep rights, there's certain things, but I'm talking about originally. Did anybody ever come out and say that that was the idea of we have to make it look different so we can keep it, or we
No,
have to look different so we can have it be its own separate like universe type of deal because it's Marvel?
I think it's because they're already playing with the multiverse already, so they just went about and to be like, hey, this will be this universe and this like that. So I think when we get introduced to Doctor Doom, it's gonna be a lot of the multiverse, probably the closure of the multiverse with that movie with Doomsday. So I think this was just a step way, one, to not have to do the origin story, two, to kind of like get a feel of the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and not Jack Kirby. I forgot who was the artist, but it makes you give you the feel of the original comic book, and I think they did a good job with the visuals and how the movie felt like it felt like a Stan Lee comic book.
Wait, what wasn't the original? The original one wasn't Kirby.
It was Jack Kirby. I think it was Kirby. Yeah, I think it was Jack Kirby actually. If not, it was Steve Ditko. It was one of those two.
No, well they called Spider Man.
But he also, I know he created some stuff for Fantastic Four as well. And I forgot. Uh,
Well, isn't his visual style what created things? So I
Jack Kirby.
imagine
You're correct. Jack
Kirby's
Kirby.
the first one.
Yeah.
Has that look.
Yes.
Um, no, but I was just saying that they don't have the baggage of the other universe
No.
stuff.
No.
But I noticed noticed there's no other heroes present.
Yeah.
Like they don't exist in that world. Like that's like the type of universe that they live in, where it's just the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like it seems, at least on the surface, except for their rogues gallery of the weird, the Monkey Man and all
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff. That Mole Man. It seems like there's like nothing else that threatens that city. Like that's familiar.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
like no, there's no Spider Man.
Nope.
So there's no crossover with any of his villains. There's no street level crime. So there's no Daredevil. There's no dude shooting stuff up. So there's no
No.
what is you know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
just no other stuff around that cross section, which I think is interesting. So
I like.
I thought it was a good first step. I thought it. I think the best thing about it is they nailed the look
Yeah.
of what you would want from a Fantastic Four. I think that's it.
I think also.
The one thing I would say is that I thought Sue was going to turn because she was getting a little cryptic
Yeah.
and stressed out, and I was like, is she going to turn into the S&M version, the Marvel Rivals one?
That would be
Like,
cool.
well, I'm just saying, that's all I thought. It was like, what's going to happen with her? Because she's bugging out. Like, she just disappeared with the baby at one point. Like,
Yeah.
well, huh? Who does that? That's not usually when they paint like a stressful situation and people are having issues. It's not like them to paint Sue Storm as the impulsive one to leave a situation like
Yeah.
that. So it seemed a little out of character for her. Like that would normally be, Johnny would just go flying off,
Yeah.
but he did. So I was like, is she gonna turn evil? And then I'm not gonna spoil what happens at the end, but it's like, what did she see when she closed her eyes?
We don't
That's
know.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So a lot of cool things. I actually thought they did a lot of cool things. I liked the suits. I liked the style of the Fantastic Car. Like they had all the gimmick stuff for Fantastic Four. Um, I think the characteristics too of the family. They made the family first, and I think that's something important with Fantastic Four. If you're read Fantastic Four comics, again, the family is a focal point. They don't never really consider themselves superheroes either. They consider themselves a scientist family that goes on adventures. That's what they consider themselves as. So I like the team dynamic. I wish there was a little bit more action with Thing, just because I want to see Thing break shit, because he's a big ass rock, and I just want to see him punch shit. But beyond that, I actually really like the actor that talked him as well. I was very happy with that pick for him to be played, and Johnny Storm was actually pretty cool too. I really dug Silver Surfer. I
He
really
freaking,
liked her thing.
I didn't like Johnny Storm. His face freaks me out. He looks like the guy that played um Zuckerberg.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if that's the same guy, but he
No,
has that face and it
no,
freaks
it's
me
a
out.
different
He
guy.
looks like an android. He
Yeah,
looks like
it's
an
not him.
android.
Yeah, it's not
He no, he freaks me out as a human being. That guy freaks me out.
him.
His face freaks me out.
But I did enjoy the movie though. It was a fun movie. Again, and also credits to Silver Surfer. I really liked how they did Silver Surfer, and I liked the lines they had and everything like that too.
Yeah,
Galactic looked
I
great.
think Surfer was a good character. I think that see that's a sad thing was when they had him before and they couldn't just go into the stuff that makes him not just relatable but like likable as a character. They just kept him as a thing
Yeah,
till like the end of the movie. It was just like you thought you had something cool and you messed the whole thing up.
but yeah,
At least he flew up that building. That really exists.
yes.
That's all I remember from that movie that I liked a lot. I know where that building is, and he flew up that building.
Would you give it?
4.25.
Your 425s consist of Punisher '03, The Batman, X2, Avengers, The Suicide Squad, huh?
No, keep going, keep going.
Superman, Watchmen, Shazam, Wakanda Forever, Doctor Strange, Edge of
Put it
Tomorrow.
in front of Wakanda Forever.
All right, cool. Fantastic Four, 2, 5. And I'll give it a 4. I got it also as a 425. Uh, I think we are on our last movie of comic book theater. We watched every single superhero movie that's ever been made. The last movie we have is Toxic Avenger 2025. So that'll be next week. We are done.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Uh, but yes, yeah, check out Fantastic Four. It was a fun movie. We'll wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We are not buried just now, so that's good. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok, all Mark the Mic. Also, check out our other cast. We're debuting a new one coming soon called The Book Club, the movie and TV podcast. Tommy's idea, and he wants to go through some TV stuff, so we're gonna debut that very soon. The first TV show we did was called Black Rabbit on Netflix. It was actually pretty good, with Jason Bateman and Jude Law. So definitely check that out. We also have our Not a Trekkie. We have a new episode for Acolyte, so definitely check that out. We are recording for Morphin Cast and some other stuff next week. We are doing Dino Charge, and for our Shell Shock, we're doing season 4 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2012. So stay tuned for those, and follow our other cast, the Wrestling Babble weekly cast, and our like a special podcast. And again, we're about to be finished with this comic book theater. Like we've been doing this for quite some time. From Superman 1 all the way to the most current superhero movie, which is Toxic Avenger. So It's gonna be interesting. All right, peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Peace.